What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the vlog. My name is Red, and today's video is going to be about the Redcat Gen 8 and the nightmare problem I am having with this truck. I think I have finally got it figured out, but time will tell. Hey guys, today we're going to be working on the Redcat Gen 8 V2. You're going to need some magnets, hot glue sticks, maybe a knife, and some tools. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Red, and today on the RC vlog we are going to be working on the Redcat Gen 8 V2 International. Alright, you guys, I know this is not a new truck by any means, but it is new to me and it is new to my channel, so there are a few things that I want to do to it. First thing, we are going to take the bumper and we're going to bring that in a little bit to help with some of our incline. We're going to take and we're going to move the back bumper in as well. We are going to be tackling these pesky Velcro strips, and we're going to be putting some magnets on so that way we do not have to deal with this hook and latch Velcro. Pain in the butt, you guys. If you can see this, it's already ripped off here. And this one's got dirt underneath it, so they're not going to last long anyway. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to put some magnets on there. Then as well, while we're here, we are going to take and we are going to lengthen our suspension. That is another free upgrade, you guys. You can lengthen it or shorten it. There's 3 different positionings for your suspension and your links on this truck. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to widen them a little bit today to the widest stance. Give us a little more stability and a little more functionality, I think. So we'll try it out. All right, first things first, you guys, let's go ahead and set the body aside. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get in here to your truck and you're going to want to come in and take off these 2 screws to your front bumper here. Remove your front bumper, and then at the very end of the post, you're gonna see your holes for your mounts, okay? You're gonna want to go behind that very last one and cut that off at the post right there, because if you don't, your post itself is going to start running into the servo and you won't have enough room to push it in to get that incline. So go ahead and do that. After you cut that post, put it in, tighten her down. Now unfortunately I did not record this process, but it is already done. As you can see here, I cut the posts. There you go. I cut the post here and here, so that way I can still slide it all the way in and hit that last hole for my screws, and that pushes my bumper in as far as it can go. Now, that does not really affect the body much in the front. You still can tuck the body in where it goes, and it's really not that difficult. Now, on the back, you can adjust the back end here of the truck several spots, you guys. The only thing about that is when you start going in, the further you start going in, it starts going underneath the body to your truck, so you lose your bumper. Now if you want that visual of your bumper being there, you obviously don't want to go in that many. If you're not worried about the bumper, take it in, take it off, whatever you want to do. But I went in, I think it was 1, maybe 2 holes I went in, and my body still fits just fine, but I do have to tuck it back in there. And you can see here, let me get it ready. You can see here that it's kind of affecting the edges, and I think what else we're gonna have to do today is we're gonna have to trim some of that body away, so that way it's just much easier going on the truck. It looks better and you don't have that little bit of jumbled mess right there. I don't know, it's optional one. We'll see what we want to do with that. Okay, so now with your bumper moved in, you have a really nice approach and you have a really nice descent. So I mean, it's dirty. I was obviously already out running it, and it was hitting some pretty sweet impressive lines factory, just the way it was, just the bumpers moved in. I mean, hitting some sweet stuff. All right, but now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to move on to moving our suspension out some, getting us some extra length, and hopefully a little more performance. This is another free upgrade. All you're gonna have to do is take out some screws here. You're gonna wanna get to these screws here and here, same thing on the other side, and then there is some on the bottom here you're gonna have to take out as well, and then you're just going to be adjusting one hole further, okay, you guys? But to access these top ones, you do have to take out this screw here, as well as this screw here, and this screw here. So that way you can move your side panel here out of the way from these two screws, so that way you can pull those out, move your links, put them back on, and then you're obviously going to have to do the same with the other side, just the same. I almost forgot to mention to you, when you are switching your suspension, scooting it forward or backwards, whatever you're choosing to do, don't forget to do your shocks as well. Scoot those forward as well or backwards. They leave holes, plenty of holes, or you can go ahead and adjust those. Don't forget to do that, or you're going to end up with some binding issues, you know what I'm saying? Also, when you take out the nut from the rear end linkage up in the top there, you will not have to use that if you scoot it backwards. If you scoot it back, you'll be putting it back in, and there's already pre-drill hole in there. You will not have to put that nut back on there, so don't worry about that. Although, if you move it forward again or forward another slot, you will need that nut to put on the back of that screw. So don't lose that, or you'll be looking for a replacement if you want to adjust things in the future. All right, there you have it, you guys. We have moved our shocks forward and backwards. We have moved all of our links forward and backwards. We have put everything back in. And there you have it. We gained a little more on our approach, which is insane, and even a little more on our descent. So I personally think this is going to help performance, but time will tell. All right, you guys, now that we are done with our suspension being moved, our shocks being moved, bumpers have been relocated and moved, the next step is we're going to go ahead and put some magnets on this thing. All right, you guys, next on the agenda, we are going to go ahead and install some magnets. I do not have rare earth magnets with me right now, but these are close. They're really, really strong and almost just as thin. First thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to remove the Velcro from the truck itself, and then the body. Once you're done removing your Velcro from your body and your truck, you're going to have to go ahead and get your hot glue gun, some hot glue sticks, your magnets, and then it's self-explanatory, you guys. You're going to go ahead and put some hot glue in your slots that they provided on your chassis of your truck and the body. These magnets are a little bit big, but I think they'll do just fine. If not, I can always heat the glue, remove them, and install some better rare earth magnets. All right, you guys, I was installing my magnets here, and I decided to test them to see how it's going. My back end clicks on really good. That clicks on good. My front end, though, I'm having a bit of an issue here. My magnets are on the correct way, but it is just, it's not connecting. My magnets are kind of pushing away from each other, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if I'm running into some interference with the magnets, like in the motor or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but we are gonna go ahead and figure it out. If you've already done this mod, let me know if you've ran into this trouble, and if not, hopefully by the end of this video I'll figure it out. Let's see. This is what I came up with. Don't cheap out. Okay, I went ahead and I didn't want to wait for the nice earth magnets. Instead I cheaped out and I grabbed what was local and what they had on hand, and that was my whole issue. They were just too big, too bulky, and they're interfering, and they're trying to push and pull against each other when I had them all connected and hooked up. But as you can see here, I now have all of my earth magnets on, and man, I tell you what, this is perfect. Look. But there are some things I had to do. I did find out that when I took off the Velcro, there was a layer that was actually raising it, shall I say. When I took the Velcro off and tried to put the magnets on, it wasn't as thick as the Velcro, so my body right here was hitting inside my rails, and it was not letting my magnets come down far enough to actually magnetize fully. So my body wasn't on tight at all. So I went ahead and I went through, and as you can see here, I trimmed down on my body. I have some pictures here I'll show you too, before and after. I just went ahead and trimmed that down so that way when it sits inside the rails, it's not touching the side rails here. Okay, it's sticking up above that, and you can still see that it clearly leaves you with a good look on it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't ruin anything aesthetically. As you can see here, I went ahead and did this also with my SCX 24, and man, oh man, is it a nice grab for this little car. Snaps on real good and keeps you with that normal look. It doesn't look weird. I had a cheap one on there too, but I went ahead and took that one off because it raised my body too much. I like the weight that it put on the front end, but it just raised my body way too much, you guys. So I went ahead and replaced it with these earth magnets, and I dropped my body posts all the way down and went ahead and screwed them in there. And then when I connect it all, it still leaves it with that normal ride height look. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stick it up real weird and high, and it still looks good. All right, so there you go, you guys. Lesson learned. Sometimes it's worth the wait, and sometimes it's worth getting the better stuff instead of trying to cheap out and just do it quick and easy and cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So all right, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, this has been a little bit of a pain in the butt. It's been a process, and we have gone back to the beginning of the drawing board several times. So here we are yet again, you guys, back at the beginning. Okay, so as I stated, I did not like the cheap magnets. I went out and bought the rare earth magnets, which are much better. They hold so much better. They look better. They fit better, the whole nine. Doesn't raise your body, you know what I mean? Because they're thin. Really nice. But the problem I was running across now was the hot glue was not holding, you guys. I mean, I was able to peel that hot glue off so freaking easy. So I went ahead and I removed all the magnets from the chassis. I removed all the magnets from the body. And now this time we are using Gorilla Glue, you guys. It says bonds to virtually everything. It's clear. This does not expand like the foaming stuff used to. I went ahead and I installed the first 4. As you can see here, they are dry. It says give it about 2 hours to set, about 24 to fully cure. This has been sitting about 12 hours. So to sum it up, we went through a lot of hassle, but I think we finally have it. And stay tuned to find out. We are back at it again. I am not gonna lie to you, this one is getting a little on my nerves, but I think I finally have it figured out this time. So the issue has been nothing will keep these magnets stuck to the chassis and the body. I have tried Gorilla Glue, super glues, all that. They just keep popping off. The Gorilla Glue was holding fantastic actually until the other day I took it out and we were in some hot temperatures, running through water, all sorts of stuff, and then they just started popping off like there was nothing holding it. It was insane. So we are back at it again, and this time I think I have it because I am using JB Weld's Clear Weld Quick Setting Epoxy, you guys. This stuff ain't no joke. I mean, epoxy ain't no joke, period. You know, it's some good stuff. I should have probably used some kind of epoxy from the beginning. But here we are, you know, live and learn. All right, so now as you can see, I have them all on here yet again, and they are all epoxied on, and I think I finally have it this time, you guys. Everything has been holding really well. I have not had any issues with anything popping off. It's only been a couple days, but I haven't had any issues. I think I finally have it figured out. All right, you guys, so there you have it. After the struggle I had trying to get these dang magnets to stick on, I think I finally have it all figured out. We will test it, that is for sure. But as always, you guys, I totally appreciate you being here. I really appreciate you watching the video. Smash that thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.